time to talk because he's the author of the blog at barefootcavalry.com. Our man Kevin down in Florida. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great. I really appreciate you bringing Andrew on, and I was glad to hear that fellow over by Fort Bragg, teaching his son everything we need to know.
Yep.
It's great, and Andrew is right. There's so much disinformation coming out of the public school system, even down to the point where they don't want us to have a republic. They want to call us a democracy, and it's horrible what they've done to us. And there's no statute of limitations run out on Hillary Clinton, so she's not out of the weeds yet.
Right. I keep praying and hoping, Kevin, that somebody's going to get into a position that wants to see her buried. I found it very interesting yesterday that McCabe, in his testimony, said that there were agents at the FBI that were incredibly upset about the fact that they didn't press charges.
Man, there's a revolt, actually. You don't see it and you don't hear it. The FBI has a bunch of people in there that take their job seriously.
Yes.
And here's Platte River, the server she had. Well, the southern branch of the Platte River, the headwaters, touch Cheyenne Mountain. And they're all about that symbolism. And wherever there's money, they're going to stick their hand in it. Here we are, microloans are popping up again. Ivanka Trump wants to do microloans. And like I pointed out before, that Timothy Geithner's father ran the program for the Ford Foundation over there, and Barack Obama's mother was over there working. I mean, this is it's horrible how these people think.
Kevin, we talked about this in the past, and I've been enlightened. I had an idea before I started doing this, but as I've gotten to meet the Wilcows of the world, I've become to understand two very simple things you're taught of since you were a kid. Money is the root of all evil. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But anytime you want to find out motivation behind why people lie about a hoax racist activity, why people lie about any number of reasons, the answer always seems to revert back to follow the money. Mm-hmm. In every single instance, it's about following the money. And that, to me, and I'm not talking about Democrats and liberals, I'm talking about everybody. There are Republicans I use, again, air quotes. I call them Republicans.
On Comey, if you want to follow the money, you look at his brother. And you'll find a money trail there. Comey's brother is, he gets well taken care of. And when they're asking about loyalty and everything, what they're trying to do, they're trying to impugn Trump, as if he's a monarch. Or remember, Hitler had the Germans swear an oath to the Fuhrer.
Yep.
And so, they're all about this symbolism and everything. It's Comey is more a Nazi than anybody we have in this country. And we have so many laws, Kirk. Here it is, First Responder Friday, but we've got so many laws that everybody in the country is a lawbreaker in some manner, shape, or form.
Right.
And so there's no respect for the law. And then when you look at them giving a free ride to Hillary Clinton, how could you respect that?
Well, yeah, and that's ultimately what it comes back to. It comes back to a very simple word, the word respect. And when you listen to him lay out that 13-minute diatribe, basically confirming everything we thought we knew that she did, confirming all of it, and then at the end saying, I almost look at it like your dad stands up front of you and goes, I know you broke the glass here. I know you were out doing this. I know you broke this rule here. I know you did this, this, and this, but I'm not going to punish you. I mean, it was one of those oh my God moments. And yes, much like Kevin, the example I would use is look at police officers. A corrupt police officer is deadly dangerous to police as a whole. Because anytime you start to erode
take out a clean cop to keep on going, and that's what they've been doing. They've been
what James
cleaning
Comey
people's
did.
clocks for a long time just for this money, Kurt.
Well, and that's what James Comey did. His turning his back on Clinton from a charges perspective destroyed the top level of trust in that I think the Americans have in the FBI and the intelligence community as a whole, because now through Snowden's leaks and WikiLeaks, you're starting to see. I don't think anybody. I know I wasn't. I was stunned at the level and the depth at which they can go into our lives, but I wasn't shocked by it. I mean, I expect it. That's what they do. That's who they are. They have to be the best in the world at gathering information to keep us safe. But who watches the watchers?
No, they don't have anybody watching them now. We've lost our Constitution.
We have, and I feel like we're doing everything we can do to scramble and hang on to the side of the cliff and keep it.
Yeah, you don't even have any Fourth Amendment rights on the side of the road. You get pulled over. Do you have any weapons on you? Well, this is a traffic stop, isn't it? Am I mistaken, or you stopped me for speeding? You know?
Right.
And
well,
so I mean,
right.
you know, it has filtered down through society, and I believe it all came to the fore with the no-knock warrant for you know, people with drugs, and yet who were the biggest drug importers in the United States? You know, over in Arkansas.
Well, let me ask you something, Kevin. From a police officer's perspective, now in this day and age, when when our government was basically saying, you know, cops are racist over the last 8 years, we're watching police officers get assassinated. Where do you draw the line to keep them safe?
This is where I draw the line. If you mouth off to a cop and he hits you with a nightstick, that's your fault.
Right, I agree.
And if the cop's big enough to tote the nightstick, nobody's going to mess with him. And you know, we have taken and allowed a bunch of weenies who do not have the basically the muscle or the ass to get the job done, and so they're out there and they're scared. Well,
right.
I would be scared too.
Yeah, there's a physical presence to a police officer that doesn't exist.
Hey, when a nightstick cracks you on the head, it has your attention right there.
Right.
You don't want another one.
Right. But that goes back to that one corrupt, you know, the Rodney King episode when you had.
And see, when somebody does that, you lock them up for a day and then you let them out. You don't have to take them to court. It doesn't have to happen. See, everything has to go forward in this court system. If a cop, he looks at it as forward over anything instead of, well, I have to act within the Constitution. I have a lot of respect for the law, and the law has to be run by good individuals.
Right. Hey, Kevin, it's always a pleasure, buddy. Thank you for
calling. God bless you, man.
God bless you, my friend. Have a great weekend. 877-240-1776.